Aren't spiders poisonous is a fascinating question. The answer is, and we're going to be like a little bit like nerd mode here. I forget what my toggle is, so you're going to, there we go. Spiders are typically venomous, not poisonous.
Are there any that are poisonous? Like genuinely, are there any that...
Yeah, absolutely. There are plenty of poisonous spiders, but for the most part, what you're worried about, because I doubt you're trying to eat them, which I don't know, maybe you are, what you're worried about is venom, not poison. Poison hurts you when you eat them. Venom hurts you when they eat you. Spiders broadly have venom, to the same extent that you have venom. I can mute while I do this. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't need to.
Go ahead.
I want to listen.
You better not.
Venom.
Okay. You have venom. You are a venomous animal. The enzymes in your saliva will cause some tissue damage as they begin the digestive process in your mouth. And that is why bites are worse than just punctures of other kinds, right? To that extent, yes, almost all spiders are venomous. And that's not because they're trying to bite you to hurt you. That's because that's how they digest stuff, right? They inject their venom turns stuff into a soup, and then they suck down the soup. Right? That's how they eat critters. So yeah, if they bite you, which they would do defensively, by the way, there is no spider that preys on humans. The only reason they would ever bite you is if they were trying to protect themselves. If they do bite you defensively, some of that venom will get in. And a lot of spiders cannot even penetrate your skin with their fangs. This is the case with basically all jumping spiders. Salticidae, tiny little guys. The biggest one is like half an inch, not even. Now, from here, right? That venom, even if they can get their fangs into your skin, right? Which is a big if. A lot of spiders can't. That venom is not medically significant, right? That venom is not gonna do nothing to you. It might be like a mosquito bite, right? Basically, for all spiders, that venom is nothing. I have harassed so many spiders in my life. I have spent a lifetime bothering spiders. I've been bitten very, very few times, and I have been just impolite to spiders. I have been bitten so little, and those bites were never very bad. The worst one of those bites was from a false widow. False widow bites are very much like widow bites. And you might be thinking, oh no, widows, dangerous. If you're a baby or if you're an older person, they certainly can be. I wouldn't suggest getting bitten by a widow.
If you're a baby, then yeah.
It was a radiating pain that lasted quite a while and hurt very, very badly. It was also extremely deserved. I had caught her and I was holding her cupped in the palms of my hands against my leg because I was like, if I tell anyone that she's in the car, they're gonna make me put her outside, and I don't want them to put her outside. I want to keep holding her. The car went bump and she got scared and, she did what she could do. But for the most part, spiders really, really don't want to bite. And that's especially true if they have a spicy, spicy venom. There are spiders who do most of the damage that they do with their fangs, right? Jumping spiders are this way. But there are spiders who do most of the damage they do with their venom. And that means that they need that venom to be able to eat. Many a spider has died because they wasted their venom trying to ward off a predator. Spiders really, really, really don't want to waste their venom on you. They need that to live. They need that to eat. Now, spiders that do have medically significant venoms, there are countably few. You should know what they are where you live. If you are going somewhere new, you should learn whether there are spiders with medically significant venom there and what they look like. With that said, they don't want to bite you. That is not their goal. You're quite safe. And people don't die from spider bites very often, right? There are some spiders that I would not handle, but I will and have handled widows plenty. I am not very afraid of them. I would be scared to handle a brown recluse, kinds of venoms.
There's so many of those in my area.
Yeah. Spiders can have necrotic venoms and neurotoxic venoms. Now, necrotic venoms scare me. Those are bad. If you get bitten with a necrotic venom that is medically significant, it's gonna leave a scar. It's gonna be unpleasant.
My mom accidentally sat on a brown recluse when she was a kid.
Does she have a scar?
I don't know. I've not asked to see my mom's butt, but
That's so fair.
But you have to check your shoes sometimes, especially like in wooded areas or things like that. Just shake them out first, because it's not like they want to hurt you, but like for example, if they made a hole out of your shoe, you might want to make sure that they get evicted before you put your foot in there.
Yeah. Before you make a home out of your shoe.
Yeah. and they say, "Get off my property, or I'll bite you."
Yeah, because Texas is a stand your ground state, so.
But they're called recluses for a reason, though. They really you don't see them very often. They hate being seen. But like if in your garages or stuff like that, it's their favorite spot. So you just have to keep an eye out and know where they like to hide.
Yeah. Neurotoxic venoms, I'm basically not afraid of them. They're just not that big a deal unless they are, right? Like you could die from a widow bite, but if you don't, there's gonna be no lasting consequences, right? A widow bite might make you a little shaky, it'll hurt, might make you nauseous, but once you get over that, it's not gonna scar. It's not gonna cause you to, lose a finger, which a necrotic venom might. So neurotoxic venoms scare me a lot less than necrotic venoms on the whole.
I have a question.
As Shuminion said, I love how if you think you got a scary spider bite, the doctor asks, "Did you catch it?" Like you have to bring them in for questioning, which is, first of all, very funny. Second of all, do you have to, should you bring, if something bites you, should you bring it with you? I mean, I know for ticks and stuff, yeah, but I guess for spiders,
Absolutely.
should you? Okay.
So, important thing to note, a lot of what gets attributed to spider bites, it's not spider bites. So, in most cases where people report spider bites, there was never a spider involved. They don't even claim to have seen the spider. Or they'll be like, "I saw a spider a week ago," So what winds up happening is that people will attribute all kinds of things, including acne, to spider bites. And doctors have to see this all the time, so they're like, "Okay, show me the spider," because they're sick of it. They're really, really sick of it. Now, if you saw a spider bite you and your doctor, and then you got the bite there, and your doctor's being like, "Show me the spider," get a new doctor. Your doctor sucks. But I will absolutely, I will absolutely understand the doctors who are like, "Show me the spider," because they're really sick of people coming in with I don't know, freaking back knee and being like, "A spider bit my back."